Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Southeastern High School. As our camera person is nowhere to be found at the moment, so we're going to have to do this old-style way and tell you what's going on the floor here for the JV contest. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. I'll be right back. Three on the way is good off the hand of number 14, Aiden Todd for the Heat. And from the left wing, Todd gets the three and gives the Heat an early 3-0 lead. Here's we're just underway in JV action. Ball bounced around. You can kind of see it on the right of your screen there. Three on the way, trying to answer, is off, no good. That was off the hand of number 4, Chase Northern. Back the other way it comes. Three on the way again. It's off, no good. That was off the hand of number 20, Austin Stanley. Goes back. Todd has it. He goes up top. Number 10, Cooper Gibb. Gibb will be a starter in a varsity game as well. There's number 14 again. That's Todd. It was off, no good that time. Rebound's going to go to the Suns and Bryson Tanner, and up the floor it goes on the hand of Chase Northern. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Suns. First subs coming in. They are for the Suns into the game. Number 33, Keith Sabo, and number 35, that's Tim Feck. 4:29 remaining here in quarter number 1. Oh, Northern, a nice drive. It up with the left hand. It won't fall. It'll be back the other way on the hands of the Heat. Gibb has it now. He'll put up the three from the right wing. It's off, no good. Rebound long, picked up by Chase Northern, and back the other way it goes. Northern goes to the rack. He's going to be fouled. I believe the foul is going to be on Austin Stanley, number 20. It is on Stanley. 2 free throws coming for Chase Northern. .404 to go in quarter number 1. First one is good, so on the scoreboard are the Suns. Peyton Totten, one of the starters out there for the Suns. Second one's off, no good. It's going to go into the hands of number 21, Jeremy Ford. Ford's going to drive. It's going to be blocked out of bounds by Feck. Ford's going to inbound to Gibb. That bucket good by Stanley for the Heat. Shot up, no good. Gibb with the rebound. He brings it back down. Three on the way is good. Again, Aiden Todd hits his second triple. It's 8-1. Three on the way by Feck. Off, no good. Foul's going to be on the Heat. Number 14, Aiden Todd. His first. Subs coming in, back in the ball game. Number 2 is Gage Roast, and number 22, Keaton Shepler for the Heat. Or excuse me, for the Suns. The Heat have 2 fouls. Northern with it. He's going to give it to Totten. Excuse me, not Totten. That's number 2. It was Rost, Gage Rost, who had the shot off, no good. Gibb brings it down. Shot up, off, no good. The rebound comes back to Blake Ricketts. Ricketts out to Gibb. Gibb for 3 right wing. It's off back iron, no good. Ricketts going to track it down. Stanley might have changed pivot feet there. Down low. Shot off, no good for Jeremy Ford. A rebound and outlet to Northern in a hurry. He pushes it back the other way. And a foul, number 2, is going to be called on Aiden Todd for the block. Be his second, team's third here of quarter number 1. 2:03 to go in the first quarter. Sub coming in. Todd takes a seat. Checking in, number 5, Mason Shaley. Gibb going to try it again. Top of the key, off, no good. The rebound for the Suns, number 33, Keith Sabo. Chase Northern with it. Rost off, no good on the 3-point attempt. It's going to go off of Gibb, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Suns. 3 players checking in for the Suns. Totten back in, Brady McClintock, and number 3 is Brady McClintock. And a foul is going to be called on the Suns. That's their first, so I'm going to be on number 11, Bryson Tanner, his first. Looking down low, tipped over, and a shot off, no good by Mason Shaley. Back the other way, Chase Northern slows things down. 8-1 to score, 1:08 to go in quarter number 1. Shot up and in by Bryson Tanner. It's the first field goal of the game for the Suns. Gibb looks down low. Ricketts kicks it out. Gibb again. Makes that one finally from the left wing that time. Cooper Gibb has the 3. That's 3 trays for the Heat here in quarter number 1. A little push and a shot off, no good by Bryson Tanner. Gibbs going to drive, a little Euro step, baseline, Shaley, jumper, off, no good. McClintock's going to push it back the other way now. He puts it up and in. McClintock gets the bucket to fall. Brady McClintock, a freshman. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. We'll step aside here in just a second. Didn't think my ball retrieval skills would be as needed in basketball as they were in volleyball, but I've already recovered 2 of them. We'll take a quick break. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And Adams Telephone cooperative coverage of Sun Sports. We'll be back right after this.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back. We get ready to go to quarter number 2 here. It'll be Suns basketball to start the second quarter. 11 points for the Heat. 5 points for the Suns. 1 and 2 from the free throw line for the Suns. Fouls clear. Feck drives, pull up, jumper. No good. Rebound to Stanley for the Heat. Off the hands of Jeremy Ford, out of bounds. Chase Northern with it. Goes off of Tanner's foot, Bryson Tanner's foot, out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat. Second quarter, nobody's scored yet here in quarter number 2. 5:10 remaining in the second quarter. Stanley with it, up top. Gibb again. Gibb listed as one of the starters for the varsity team as well. He is a freshman, or sophomore, excuse me. A little hesitation, shot up off, no good. But number 33, Sabo, I believe is who that was. Contact down there, no harm, no foul though. Rost for 3, he nails it. Gage Rost hits the triple. Closes the lead to 3 at 11-8. And the foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to be on the Heat. It is on number 21, Jeremy Ford. His first, team's first of the quarter. Little man pressure now. Nearly stolen away. Jump ball is going to be called. It'll be Heat basketball. It's West Central basketball on the jump. Basket good for number 4, Colton Spence. 4 minutes remaining here in quarter number 2. And a 3 up and good by Peyton Totten. Closes the lead back to 2. 13-11 now. Skips it over. Back in the ball game playing with 2 fouls is Aiden Todd. Down low, Spence with it. He puts a shot up, off no good. Rebound to Ford. He's going to be fouled. He'll get 2 free throws as the Suns pick up their first foul of the quarter. Jeremy Todd. He is a sophomore. Wears number 21. He'll be at the free throw line. First free throws of the game. Jeremy Ford, excuse me. Makes the first. (14-11). Second one's off, no good. Rebound to Totten. Peyton Totten had the rebound. Chase Northern going to kick it out to Feck. That's not Feck, excuse me. It's number 22, Shepler. Zabo has it down low. Totten comes to get it. Still on the dribble. Back to Chase Northern. 3:09 to go here. We got the varsity game coming up next. A afternoon matinee of basketball. Ball knocked away, stolen away by Ford. He hesitates and puts the shot up and in. Ford gets his third point. 2:50 remaining. It's back to a 5-point game. Three on the way is good by Totten, his second three of the quarter. Back to a 2-point game. Nearly a steal by Rost. Shot up off, no good. Gibb is going to draw the foul on Shepler. That'll be Shepler's first. Team second. Gibb getting a couple free throws here. Cooper Gibb misses the first. Subs coming in for the Heat, McClintock and Feck. Cooper Gibb's second one is good. He's the first player to hit the back end of a pair of free throws. The other two hit the front end of the pair of free throws. McClintock going to get it. Knocks it off of a Heat player, maybe Stanley, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Suns, but nope, it's going to go out of bounds. They said it was off McClintock, so it'll be Heat basketball. Down the corner it comes. Todd to Gibb. He'll try another three. He's not shooting real well today, but he's not afraid to put it up there. They're all close. If they come, he finds range, it can be dangerous. He's been close on every one. Just can't quite get him to fall on the regular. He's got 1 3 tonight. There's a shot off, no good. Ball flips around, bounces around, rolls around, tied up. It'll be Southeastern basketball. .150 remaining in the first half. Chase Northern has it stripped away. It'll stay with the Suns. 1:43 remaining. Sub coming in, back into the ball game. Going to be number 21, Jeremy Ford. He's going to replace Cooper Gibb. These referees do not waste any time. That ball is knocked out of bounds by Ford. It'll stay with the Suns. So he knocked it out of the hands of Chase Northern. But they don't waste any time getting the ball inbounds. There's another one. That one's, hey, nice catch on the sideline over there. In the bleachers. Good heads up there, young lady. Good job. Caught that ball. Gets a little tap on the back from dad or grandpa, whatever it is sitting there. There's a pull-up jumper, short for the Suns. That was off the hand of Bryson Tanner. Here comes Spence with it. Corner three, Todd off, no good. Long rebound to McClintock for the Suns. He'll push it back the other way with 1:24 remaining. And he lost it out of bounds, but it goes off the hands of Stanley, who tried to, it kind of went right at him, so he tried to reach up and grab it, but it went out of bounds. Off his hands, 1:22 remaining. A little elbow to the stomach there from Northern as him and Ford are going at it on the near side of your camera there. There's a three on the way by McClintock. Is good. All threes for the Suns here, and they've tied it at 17. They've got 12 points from the three-point line here in this quarter. There's a shot off, no good by Stanley. Rebound to McClintock, and a chance for the Suns to take a lead. They were down 9-2 at one point. Three on the way, off, no good. Rebound to Northern. He's down low amongst the trees. He throws it out, and nobody from the Suns grabbed it and went right in between Totten and McClintock. And it'll be Heat basketball with 42.8 seconds remaining. Cooper Gibb going to check back in. Shepler back in. Totten back in. Northern takes a seat. McClintock takes a seat. Rost, Zabo, Shepler, Tanner on the floor. There's a three on the way by Todd, Aiden Todd. It's his third three, first one of the quarter. On the floor, stolen away. 25 seconds, down low. Nice no-look pass. Ford can't finish, gets his own rebound. That's going to be a travel. It didn't hit the rim. Todd gets us another steal. Stanley comes down with it into the corner to Gibb, who can't control the pass. It was a little wide with 15.1 seconds left. Chase Northern checks back in. Totten takes a seat. Rostel inbound for the Suns. He's going to try and get into to Tanner, Bryson Tanner. Nearly stolen away. Northern comes up with it. 8 seconds left. Shepler with it. Down the corner to Northern. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Pull-up jumper. Long. Rebound Zabo. He can't get it up in time. That's how the first half's going to come to an end. A 20-17 lead for the Heat here in Augusta, Illinois. You're watching Adams Telephone Cooperative coverage of the Suns, Southeastern Suns Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a little bit. And welcome back to Halftime with Milton Griffin, Director of Radiology here at MDH. And Milton, sharp dress, the sharpest dressed interview I think I might have ever done in my life, let alone here at MDH.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Obviously, since you take pride in how you look, you take pride in your department, I would imagine, too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I appreciate McDonough District Hospital affording me the opportunity to be part of a wonderful organization and a spectacular healthcare team.
Now, when people hear radiology, I think they think x-rays. At least that's what I think. But there's more to it than that, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's predominantly radiology, but we also have MRI, DEXA, and ultrasound. And those areas do not incorporate x-ray. So, but it's incorporated in the radiology department.
So there's obviously a lot that goes on in your department. So there's a lot of areas you have to have some level of expertise, I would imagine, to be able to be the director. What is it, a hospital the size of MDH offering a wide range of available options in the radiology department? What's that say about MDH?
Right. So number one, we have the some of the most advanced level equipment. Number two, we offer a comprehensive array of radiology services, and that speaks volume for a rural healthcare organization, because usually a rural healthcare organization, they offer some services, but it's not comprehensive. But at MDH, we have the ability to offer comprehensive services, as well as the equipment that we have is top of the line.
Now, obviously, radiology is an important part of medicine, but what is it about radiology that drew you to that department?
So when I was in high school, I was in charge of a science project, and one of the books that I was given had a snapshot of a chest x-ray in the upper right corner. And I spoke to my guidance counselor, and she informed me that that's a chest x-ray, and that's done by radiology technology. And that kind of led me down the path of becoming a radiology technologist.
Radiology's changed a lot. I don't know how long you've been in the business, but when my mom was in teens in early 60s, they did x-rays for things that they would never do x-rays for now.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure you've seen a lot of change through the years too, right?
Absolutely.
What has been the biggest change that you've seen?
So I've been in radiology for 47 years, and the biggest change that I've seen is leaving the old technology, which was chemistry, film, and very heavy cassettes, and more or less an image taken from the time that the doctor ordered the image, and if he wanted to see it on an acute basis, it was probably maybe 15 minutes. Now, an acute image can be done, and the doctor can be at the bedside viewing the image in 10 seconds.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
It's crazy. So we've talked to a lot of people in our time here about they're from Macomb, and you're not from Macomb. You told me you're from Chicago. What drew you to Macomb?
So I was interviewing for directors' positions. And the organization that brought me here it's B.E. Smith, and B.E. Smith is one of the largest healthcare recruiters in the United States. And the and the recruiter told me, I have a wonderful opportunity, and it's very close to where you are. I said, really? It's close to? Well, I never saw it on Indeed. And she said, no, it's real close to where you are. And then she kind of chuckled, and then she said, well, it's actually in Macomb. So when we finished talking, I Googled the hospital. I saw that it really wasn't very close to Chicago. But I decided to allow everything to take its course. And my first phone interview was with the Vice President of Human Resources and the CEO. And I was very impressed by being interviewed by the CEO on a phone screening call. And that kind of, when they said, well, we like what we heard and we want you to come for an on-site visit, and the rest is history.
Well, before I let you go, we're about done. We're getting ready for the second half here. But I heard through a grapevine that you had a baseball Hall of Fame story?
I do.
Hall of Fame story?
Yes.
What is that all about?
So Sammy Sosa played for the Chicago Cubs, and at that time I was the assistant director for radiology at the University of Chicago. And Sammy Sosa had an episode where it was discovered that his bats were corked, and he had donated these some of his bats to the Hall of Fame. And the Hall of Fame had a exhibit at the museum in Chicago. And the Hall of Fame wanted to make sure that the bats that they had did not have cork. So they called us and they said, "Can we bring the bats over so that you can take an X-ray of the bats to verify if they're corked or not?" So Dr. Barron, who was the chair of the department, contacted me and said, "This is what we're going to do." So at 6:30 a.m., this contingent of very high-level folks entered the medical center. They found us in radiology. We took an X-ray of the bats. The bats did not have cork. Dr. Barron said, "Why don't we take one step beyond?" And we took CT scans of the bats. And no cork was identified.
Might as well done MRIs and everything while you're at it, right?
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for coming and talking to us. And
thank you.
Hopefully you don't have to radiology, any kind of radiology on any more bats.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with the second half right after this. And welcome back here. It's halftime, and with Phyllis. And Phyllis, I about said McLouth.
It is.
It is McLouth. It
Yep.
still is McLouth,
Yes.
isn't it? So I've known you for a long time.
A long time.
And we were just discussing before we came on air that it's been a year or two since you came to MDH. You've been here a while. What's your job title here at MDH?
I'm Director of Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation.
And that entails a lot, especially considering we're here talking about sports. So that's a big part of what you do. What does that entail here at MDH?
The department as a whole, we start off with the sports. We have athletic training services. We go to many of the area schools. But also we have physical therapy for those that are maybe have had surgery or some more serious injuries, and we're going to try to get people back on the court or the field.
Yeah, court, field, or just work, right? I mean,
That's right.
It's sports medicine and rehabilitation. The rehabilitation goes a lot farther than the sports stuff, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah. Beyond that, I mean, every person needs to return to something, as you're kind of referring to. And so we see people of all ages. We see newborns. We see people up to, we've seen, I think, 105 years old. So everybody has something that's very important to them that they want to return to. And we respect that. We complete evaluations in whatever realm it may be in the different therapies and try to address their deficits and get them back into action, whatever that may be.
Yeah, sometimes action's on the court, and sometimes action is working at the factory or working for yourself, right?
Right,
or just getting up out of a chair.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of everything. What drew you, because we talked about you've been here at MDH for a long time. So
Right.
what drew you to MDH? Obviously, you're a Bushnell girl.
Correct.
So you're from the area. What drew you to MDH?
I wanted to serve the community. I think it's a
And welcome back here for second half action. Sorry, cut that interview a little short. We'll play that one at the start of the varsity, or at the halftime of the varsity game. I want to give a shout out to Dante Drake, watching in Charleston. Thanks for joining us, Dante. Always good to have you alongside. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. Second half action coming your way now. As we're just underway, it was West Central basketball to start the third quarter. Northern, a little clear out and a bucket. Back to a 1-point game. Chase Northern has 3 points now. 9 points to lead all scorers for Aiden Todd. There's a steal by Northern. Back the other way he comes. The layup's up and in. And the Suns have their first lead of the ball game. They tied it at 17. Now Ross is going to pick up a foul. His first, team's first. Shot up and in. Gave that to Ford. No, they didn't. Who did they give that to? That's Ford. It's 24-21 Heat. Gibb, after the steal, gets the layup. And a foul, I believe, going to be called on. There was not a foul. The referee thought he heard timeout, so he blew the whistle. There was not a timeout. So Suns have to inbound the basketball. That's stolen away by Aiden Todd, who got pushed, and so he threw it inbounds. Trying to reverse layup was Gibb. Didn't work, went off the backboard, got his rebound. Todd. .25 is Blake Ricketts. 3 on the way by Aiden Todd is good. He's got 4 trays on the day. 12 points to lead all scorers. Basket is good for Chase Northern. Fouls on number 25. Blake Ricketts, his first, team's first. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt. Well, no. Basket was not good, excuse me. He brought his arm down like it was. The Suns led 21-20. It's been a 9-0 run since for the Heat. Northern puts a shot up, leaves it short, gets his own rebound. Fighting for it, jump ball. Possession is going to go to Southeastern. 3:25 remaining in the third quarter. That was Bryson Tanner going to the rack and thought he got fouled. The ball went up towards the hoop, never got there, and hit him in the back of the head. He was looking at the official saying, how did I not get a foul call there? And he's going to earn one at the other end. That's going to be a foul on Bryson Tanner, his second, team's second of the quarter. McClintock, Shepler, and Rost getting ready to check in for the Suns. Free throw for Ricketts is good, first of two. He did not score in the first half. Second free throw in and out, no good. Zabo with the rebound. Rost with it now. Nice little crossover move. He's going to get muscled up and a jump ball. This possession is going to be to West Central. 3:01 left here in the third quarter. It's a 10-0 run for the Heat right now after the Suns had taken a 21-20 lead. Suns scored the first 4 points of the quarter. There's a three on the way by Todd. It's off, no good. Tries to track it down, can't get it before it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Suns. 2:48 left. McClintock with it. Picks up his dribble. Gets it up top to Sabo. Zabo dumps it off to McClintock. 2:35 remaining. Feck's going to drive, dumps it across to Sabo. He's going to throw one at the rim, and it's going to go in. Three by Cooper Gibb, I do believe. Ten-second violation. I think. (33-23). McClintock with a steal. Back the other way it goes. Gibbs going to pick up the foul. Cooper Gibb gets his first. It's going to call on the floor. 1:38 remaining in the third quarter. Ford goes out. Spence comes in. Ross throws one up. Zabo tracks it down. He puts it up, off no good. Spence with the rebound. Gibb for three, off no good. Zabo with the rebound. He puts it up, off no good. Rebound to Owen Weber. 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. And the shot's up and in for Spence. Colton Spence gets his second two. Out of bounds. Multiple subs coming in. Into the game, number 24, Jonathan Garner. Went off the hand of Chase Northern, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Heat with 35.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Looking for Garner off his hand as he wasn't quite ready for it, out of or into the hands of Southeastern. Now a steal by Weber, and he's going to be fouled by Bryson Tanner. It'll be his third. And some free throws, I believe, coming for number 12, Owen Weber. He's not scored yet. 2 free throws coming with 26.7 seconds remaining. First free throw is no good. Couldn't tell if it rolled off the front of the rim or through the net. Gibb takes a seat. Checking in, number 5, Mason Shaley. Second free throw from Weber, off front iron, no good. McClintock with the rebound. And down the court it goes, Rost with it. He's going to fade away, leaves it short. Aiden Todd pushes it back the other way with 11 seconds left. Shaley down to Garner. Garner shots up and in. Jonathan Garner gets 2. There's a long shot by McClintock. Went off back iron, no good. Third quarter is going to come to an end. You're watching Adams Telephone Cooperative coverage of the Southeastern Suns on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to Augusta, Illinois, as you're watching the cheerleaders on the screen right there. From Southeastern, 37-25 is the score as we get ready to head to the fourth quarter of action. Sun scored 6 points there in quarter number 3. They led 21-20 after scoring the first 4 points, and then it was all West Central for the most part after that. It'll be Southeastern basketball to start the fourth quarter, nearly stolen away, and then on the sideline was Shaley. So it'll be Southeastern basketball. Feck for 3 off, no good. Shaley with the rebound. Three on the way, no good. Rebound to Rost. He'll give it off to Northern. He'll bring it up the floor with 5:27 remaining. Northern to the hoop, throws up the left-handed layup, and it's good. Chase Northern gets another bucket. He's got 7. To the rack is Spence. It's off, no good. Gets his own rebound, falls down with it, hands it off. Down to Garner, who gives it over to Aiden Todd for 3. It's good. Aiden Todd has his 5th three-pointer. He's got 15 points to lead all scorers. Say hi to Jason Arthur, chilling at home, watching some Suns b-ball. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Jason. If you're not saving lives today, you ought to be at the gym. Feet are almost too big over there, young man. Todd trying to inbound, had his back of his heels against the score. There's a blocked shot by Weber as Rost, I think he was trying to shoot. He might have been trying to pass that, actually. There's Shaley puts a shot up over Feck, no good. Feck gets the rebound, 4:35, and then Totten's pass is stolen away by Weber. Goes out of bounds, no whistle, even though it did go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Heat as it was knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Totten. 4:30 left in the fourth quarter. Three on the way by Aiden Todd. Well off the mark. It's going to go off the. Oh, it went off Fecht, they said. I thought it went off Weber. They said it went off Fecht. It'll stay with the Heat. 4:25 left. Aiden Todd, who has 5 triples today, has been on the mark more often than not, but he was well off the mark on that one. Weber has it rifled at him. He couldn't control it. Northern to the rack now. Puts a little shoulder into the defender. Aiden Todd, and tries to put the shot up. It's off, no good. Weber had another rebound. Colton Spence with it now on the dribble as we approach the 4-minute mark. Spence pull-up jumper. Good from the left elbow. He's got 6 points on the day. Good contact there, no foul call. Oh, nice little crossover again by Ross, and he's going to be fouled by Weber. Owen Weber gets his first foul, team's first of the fourth quarter. 3:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter of the JV contest. Ross to inbound. Chase Northern says, I'll put up the 3 from the left wing. Off, no good. Rebound to Garner. So he ripped it away from Bryson. Tanner. Long 2 by Shaley is good. Mason Shaley gets his first 2 points. 44-25. This was a 21-20 Suns lead. 24-4 run here. Ross going to try to shoot up a 3. He does. It's off, no good, though. Aiden Todd has 3 LB Auto Sales 3, or 5 LB Auto Sales 3s on the day. Spence for 2. It's off, no good. Shepler with the rebound. Comes back the other way with Chase Northern walking it up the floor. 2:45 left in the fourth quarter. Fecht off, no good. No, that was Shepler, excuse me. Shepler off, no good. Chance for the Heat to put it over 20 for the first time. The only player playing that has not scored yet is Owen Weber. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession to the Suns. For the Heat, I should say. Northern puts one up. Off, no good. Comes back in. Gets his hand on it. Jump ball. Possession should be to West Central. Been 5 jump balls here today, besides the ones changed at the quarter. Spence shot off, no good. Rebound to Fecht. He gives it off to Northern with 1:45 left. Northern nearly lost it, got it off to Rost. Back to Northern. Bryson Tanner loses it on the dribble. Give it to Weber. Give it to Weber. Nope, they're going to let Spence is going to keep it and get the easy layup. He's got 8. 1:15 remaining. Foul's going to be on Stanley, his second. Team's third, according to the scoreboard. So we'll put 3 up. Three by Totten is good. He's got 3 Ron LB Auto Sales 3-pointers. Suns been able to shoot a little bit, just not consistently enough. Spence is going to drive again. This time the left-handed layup is good. 10 points for him in the game. 34 seconds left. Effect's going to drive. Zabo with the rebound. Totten to Fecht. Fecht for 3. High off the rebound, no good. Spence with the rebound. High off the back iron, Spence with the rebound, excuse me. It's a 20-point game, 48-28. Heat obviously don't have to shoot here with 10 seconds essentially left. Now there's 10 seconds left, and they're just going to let the clock run out. That's going to be the final score. Heat 48, Suns 28. We'll take a quick break and come back with some final stats. Actually, we'll just tell you what the final stats were here. Neither team shot any free throws in the fourth quarter. So 10 points for Colton Spence, 2 points for Mason Shaley, 9 points on 1 of 2 free throw shooting for Cooper Gibb. No points for Owen Weber. He did have 1 foul. Aiden Todd had 15 points, 5 threes. Austin Stanley had 2 points. Jeremy Ford had 7 points. He was 1 of 2 free throw shooting. Blake Ricketts had 2 points. Jonathan Garner had 2 points. Blake Ricketts had 1 point. The Heat were 3 of 6 from the free throw line. The Suns, Peyton Totten had 3 Ron Albiado Sales 3-pointers. He scored 9 points. Gage Rost had 3 points on a Ron Albiado Sales 3-pointer. Brady McClintock had 1 Ron Albiado Sales 3, finished with 5 points. Chase Northern had 7 points. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, the only Suns player to shoot free throws. And 2 points for Bryson Tanner. Keaton Shepler had a foul, and Keith Sabo had 2 points. That's the scoring. That'll do it from Southeastern for the JV contest. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a little bit with the varsity contest. You've been watching Adams Telephone Cooperative coverage of the Southeastern Suns on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.